It's B2 the BT Motogp Argentinian review. Let's get right to it. Listen, I know it's late. But you know what? It's like a package that was expected December 23rd, but it shows up like January 4th. Hey, you still got it, didn't you? Anyway, I was working. Anyway, so let's get right to it. Ride of the race, Moto3 goes to Mino. Mino is a fill-in. Mino's like, 35, 36 years old? He's racing against kids who should be his kids, right? But he still got a podium as a fill-in. Everybody loves Mino. That should be a sitcom. Like, everybody loves Mino. Mino, bravo, bravo. Heartbreak goes to David Almanza. He started 25th as a fill-in, and he was up to 14th in the first lap. He was going to get a podium, and then Scott Ogden goes, "Not today, Mike." Listen, it was racing. I'm not mad at Scott. He got penalized, so I'm not mad. But anyway, I still think the big dogs are going to show up in Moto3 like Sasaki and Anshu. They make mistakes still, but I still think they're going to show up to the end of the year for a championship, especially Sasaki. Watching him cry on his crew chief's shoulder, man, that was hard to watch. That's how much passion these guys have. And let me tell you something, Diego Moreira is a star. That kid sniffs around the podium like an after-party table after a Motley Crue after-party in 1982. That kid is a champion. Okay, move up to Moto2. Moto2, congratulations to Jake Dixon and the birth of his daughter. That had to be on his mind. The birth of his daughter, and he's racing. But hey, Jake Dixon has it all, right? He's got a beautiful wife. He's vegan. He's got a beautiful daughter. He got a dog. All you need is the top step of the podium. That's the only thing left from his life. So good luck, Jake Dixon. Ride of the race in Moto2 goes to Sergio Garcia. Sergio Garcia started 28th and finished 5th. And get this, with a double long lap penalty. What? I think it was long lap penalty. But still, 28th to 5th on a wet race. And he said a long lap penalty and still finished 5th. Look at my face. The babyface assassin is back. You watch Sergio. The babyface assassin is back. Congrats to him. And guess what? I guess we find out what the kryptonite is for Superman, which is Pedro Acosta. That's a wet race. Oh, I guess we find out like when it's wet race, Pedro, I think he'll figure it out. But yeah, that was, and then, you know what? Let's just be honest here. I really don't think there's a wet race specialist. I just think they kind of get lucky a little bit. They know just a little. I don't think you're. I don't know. I just think they know how to stay calm. I don't think you're a specialist in wet. But hell, what do I know? I'm doing a review. I'm not racing. So anyway, and heartbreak goes to Canet. Canet had to do what? Double on lap penalty. And he still, he almost finished on the podium. He could have won that race. He had great pace. Anyway, heartbreak goes to Canet, man. Canet did the damn thing. Pedro, like I said, he's got to get better in the rain, man. He's like a gremlin. That rain comes out, and he's like, I think I'll fade back. But, man, you got to give it to Sergio. Sergio did the damn thing. Let's go to Motogp. Motogp, that whole race was Lazarus. That's why I call that race Lazarus, because you know what? A lot of riders came back from the dead. Zarco, Fabio, Frankie. God, it was great to see Frankie up front, was it not? Listen, I'll say it before I say it again. When I was in Assen and they were doing interviews, the look on Mir and Frankie's face just made me go, man, I got to quit making fun of these guys. Even though I do it in jest, I really respect them. Seeing their face when they're going through it is hard because they try and it's just not there. And God damn, I felt for Mir. I felt for Mir and I felt for Honda. Both their riders are hurt. The one rider showed up, he got hurt. I mean, did Honda pull their truck out in front of them? Did a black cat run out in front of them and they walk underneath a mirror and break a glass? I mean, because they stomp a midget down. I mean, what do they do? Because this is unbelievable bad luck, but sometimes you reap what you sow. Hopefully Mark will be back in Coda and we'll see what happens. But anyway, ride of the race, it was hard because the nominees for ride of the race in MotoGP were Fabio, Augustus Fernandez, Bezzecchi. Bezzecchi is a Rossi clone in a way. He's a little more humble at this stage, a little more humble. He's a little afro fro. He's quirky, funny. He's a mama's boy. He's a good dude, man. He's just a fun kid. If you've ever been in the press room with him, he's a good, fun kid. You can't help but love him. And what he did in the rain was, damn, he ragdolled him in the rain. Just like Sergio Garcia ragdolled in Moto2, Bezzecchi ragdolled in MotoGP. We'll see what happens the rest of the year when everybody gets healthy and comes back. Oh, it's going to get good. But anyway, so ride of the race, MotoGP goes to Zarco. What Zarco did was magnificent. I mean, it was magnificent. It was, he went down to 7th and finished, as low as 7th and finished 2nd. I mean, he ran through that field like Bezzecchi owed him money. Like, I got to find Bezzecchi now. Oh, my feet. Anyway, props to him, Zarco, rider of the race. I got to give it to Augusta. I almost gave it to Augusta. He's a rookie, started last, and then it finished 11th. Augusta Fernandez is going to be hard to handle because he's like that kid, like, he's in the boys club, but he's not. You know, everybody came up to a certain weight except for Augusta. Remember when Marquez was like, I really don't know who this guy is. Remember that? Marquez was like, I don't know who this guy is. So he's an outsider looking in, and that makes a big difference. You're the outsider looking in. You always have that chip on your shoulder, like a Tom Brady, like a Michael Jordan. Watch out for Augusta Fernandez, man. That kid might be the biggest surprise of all at the end of the year if he stays healthy. Heartbreak goes to Pecco. The old Pecco showed up by crashing out. I'm glad he's okay. It happens, Pecco. It's beginning of the year. Get it out of the way. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. GP is going to be great this year. Like I said, it was a Lazarus race. It was great to see the people coming back. Is it just me, or I feel like Zarco heard me, and Zarco knows like this year is maybe be his last, so he's racing his balls off. I mean, for him to do what he did in the rain was great. He's managing those tires kind of like an Enea Bastianini. He's the way he manages those tires and comes back. But he does this in the beginning of the year. Hopefully, he can keep it up for the entire year. I love Zarco. I just think there's so much talent coming up that you can't. I mean, next year it's gonna be the Pedro Acosta sweepstakes, unless it's raining. It's gonna be the Pedro Acosta sweepstakes, and they're all gonna want Pedro. So, Zarco, man, I hope he stays with the team. He's doing a great job. But maybe it's just me, but doesn't it seem kind of like that Jorge Martin is like a little pissy? I don't know what he's pissy about, but I think the rumor is he's going to Yamaha, and then the also rumor is that Top Rack is coming to Motogp. So we'll see. That, you know, that's all the rumors. But anyway, I can't wait for Coda. I can't wait. Hopefully, I think Sean Dillon Kelly and Joe Roberts are going to show out in Moto 2. Man, they make you proud to be an American. They really do, too. I'm not a USA kind of guy, but those guys make you proud, man. I think it's going to be great racing. I think Marquez is going to come back. It's going to get juicy like a steak. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it was late, but hey, you know, if it makes you feel any better, I watched the races all over again just for you guys, so I didn't miss anything. Anyway, so tell me how I did. Tell me if you disagree or agree or disagree. Hey, listen, props go out to, and I know who's going to say this, but props go out to Brad Bender in the sprint race. What he did, it was a nomination for rider of the race, but sprint races don't count. As far as my rider of the race, it don't count. Great job by Brad Bender, but if he can do that in a race, that'd be great. I think my overall MVP goes to Sergio Garcia. 28th to 5th. And nomination goes to Frankie Morbidelli. Frankie's back, hopefully, at least for 1 weekend he was. And like the song says, we can be heroes for just one day. So congratulations to Frankie. Congratulations to Sergio Garcia, man. The babyface assassin is back in Moto 2. Holy shit. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And tell me how I did. Until then, you know the word how I do. Bye.